What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about my budget double din install that I did in my C5 Corvette. This video is not much on the installation process or anything for that matter, more than it is just kind of showing off the products that I used and how I like them. There is great videos on YouTube that you can look up on how to properly install your double din in your C5 Corvette. But what you're seeing now is the carbon fiber bezel that I ordered off Amazon. It's pretty good looking. It fits decent. It's sleek, shiny, and definitely looks better than the factory. The radio that we picked out is a $30 touchscreen from Amazon. It's about the cheapest one you can get. It comes with a backup camera, a remote, steering wheel controls, and overall is a very light radio, but feels good and looks good. So we'll see how that works when we get it all hooked up. What I'm showing there is the steering wheel controls that hook to the steering wheel that you can use for the radio if you wanted. That is the remote, the wiring harness, and the owner's manual. The reason why we're doing voiceover is because my wife decides that she had to go to the garage and do her own projects while I was filming my video, therefore drowning me out in noise. So just stay with me. Here's the radio itself. It is not a CD player, so it is not very deep, which works out great because the adapter, pack adapter that we use takes up a lot of space within the dash. Has some RCA inputs on the back, so you can hook an amp subwoofer if you wanted to. Maybe down the line I can do that, but not really having that planned at the moment. There's a sneak peek of what it could look like in the bezel. And this upgrade only cost about roughly $150 after taxes. The radio was about $30, I think 32 or 33. The pack controller was on sale for, I believe, $59.99. And if you have the Bose system, you do have to have that in order to keep everything working properly and happy. So go ahead and get that if you have Bose, which I think everybody has the Bose system. I'm not sure, but tools that are required for this job will be the 7mm and 10mm. Get you a flat blade screwdriver or a plastic trim pry tool. On this part here, I got tired of trying to drill the rivets out and kept breaking bits, and I didn't have anything else, so I just took a hammer and whack, 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 and everything fit good. In this clip here, you'll see I have the pack adapter that we got for the Bose, and we will be hooking that up to the wiring harness that came with the $30 Amazon radio. If you're picky, you might not like this way, but this is the way I've always done it, and it works. I twist the wires from each harness together via the color code, twist them very tight together, and then I heat shrink them, and then I put a little electric tape on the bottom to keep the wires from being tugged on and pulled apart, and it lasts forever, and it's pretty safe. So I figure it'll work for you too. All right, so we got the radio in. I'm very, very actually happy with it for a $30 radio. It actually does sound way better than the factory stereo did. The old Bose speakers actually sound pretty good now. Overall, this was not an easy job for me. I don't have much experience with installing radios. That radio, I do believe, is a little too big, because as you could tell, it's kind of really squeezed tight in there. Fitment on the bezel is acceptable. If you're really picky, you probably won't like it, but to me, this looks 100 times better than the factory setup, especially compared to the 90s crap that was in here. I mean, this makes it look and feel like a way better car. The radio boots right up, automatically connects to my phone, sounds good, it's not laggy. For $30, I don't think it can be beat, especially with the steering wheel controls and the backup camera, which I did not install. I don't think I need a backup camera, but there is, with that pack controller, I didn't realize, but one thing you will have to do is run a power wire off of the pack to your number 22 in the fuse box. So that'll save you some time trying to figure out why you can't get power to your radio, like me. And I probably didn't follow all the instructions completely correct, because the radio may be a little bit different size or what have you, but I had to do some self-tapping screws, drilling. I had to modify the brackets that the bezel come with. So there was a lot of modification that took place on doing this. So if you're not too handy or much of the DIY guy, it can get to be a pain in the ass pretty quick. So just fair warning there. If you're going to go the budget cheap route, definitely expect to put some work in on this car, because it's going to take a while. If you got the money, I can definitely see why people buy stuff that'll just directly drop in, because it would make a world of a difference. But overall, the pack controller was on sale for like $49.99. The radio was like $33, and the bezel was $49.99. So for the amount of money I have in this install, I'm actually very happy with it. So overall, I think it's great. If you're the DIY guy, go for it. And you're a tightwad like me and you don't drive your Corvette much, this will be great for you. So thank you guys for watching.